Om Sai Ram. I will be sharing few insights about another devotee of Baba by name Abdullah Jaan. Abdullah Jaan, originally of Tarbela, Mazra district near Peshawar, was a Pathan living at Korhale near Sakhori. He was a devotee of Baba who had some spiritual and some material touch with Baba. He had left Tarbela as a young boy as he had none to support him. He simply roamed around and wanted someone to help him to go to Mecca, for that is one of the cardinal duties of all Muslims. He walked on and travelled up to Manmad. At Manmad, instead of going to Mumbai as he originally intended, he heard that Sai Baba was at Shirdi, which is 30 miles further south, and so as he heard that Baba was showering money on fakirs, he hoped that Baba would send him to Mecca. He went to Shirdi in the year 1913. When he entered the gate of the masjid, Baba was in the main building. Their eyes met. At once, he had the feeling that Baba was his guru. So, he stayed on at Shirdi instead of going to Mecca, as Baba was feeding every fakir abundantly. Abdullah Jaan wanted to live an easy life at Shirdi. He was aged only 17. He had no serious views about life, but as he stayed at Shirdi, there were noticeable changes in his mentality which illustrate Baba's way of promoting Hindu-Muslim unity. When he first came to Shirdi, he, like other Pathans, regarded Hindus as enemies. After staying 3 years with Baba, this hatred passed away and he began to view Hindus as his brothers. He gradually absorbed the national feeling and regretted very much that at Mumbai, Hindus and Muslims were fighting with each other, destroying mosques and temples, and he thought that if they wiped each other out, the foreigners only would have the whole country to themselves. When Baba passed away in the year 1918, he was 22. Even then, he was not sufficiently serious to have any development on the religious side. He felt, however, grieved at Baba's disappearance and started off on his travel again. In 1926, he was going back north. Then, in the Swat Valley, Malay Khand Agency, he found the tomb of a great saint named Akun Baba, who was a Sayyid, a direct descendant of Muhammad. His miraculous powers were the subject of popular legends. That Akun Baba is said to have locked up Lord Roberts on a hill for 3 months and 11 days. During Abdullah Jaan's stay there, one night he had a dream in which a saint appeared. Who was it? It was not Akun Baba that he had prayed to, but Sai Baba, who was seated on a chair near his head. When he woke, he remembered the dream. So, he found he was still under Baba's grace, though it was 8 years since Baba passed away, as Sai was kind enough of his own accord to give him Sakshatkar. 1,500 miles away from Shirdi, his reverence for Sai increased, and his former ideas that Sai Baba had deceived him by giving him no help during the 5 years of his stay was found to be wrong. At this discovery, he returned to India with full faith in Sai Baba. In the year 1924, he married and started living at Korhale, which is about 4 miles from Shirdi. He is lucky enough to have Baba's appearance before him once in 2 or 4 years, and he moralizes on the past and sees the vanity of human wishes. Baba was surrounded by crowds in his lifetime, and it was hard to find room in the mosque on account of these crowds of men swarming around him and a large number of dogs intermingled in the crowd. Abdullah Jaan describes that the mosque in 1936 looked deserted. When Baba was in the flesh, Abdullah Jaan once expressed his fear that Baba would expire and all his work and influence would pass away with him. Baba said that from within the tomb he would beat with sticks, meaning that the death of his body would not terminate his influence or activity. The 5 tenets of Islam are uttering the kalami or declaration of faith, namely, there is no God but God and Muhammad is the Prophet. Panch namaz, that is saying the namaz 5 times a day, at dawn, at 11 a.m., at 12 noon, at 5 p.m. and at night, kneeling and bending the body at each utterance. Third, fasting, especially all the 40 days of Ramzan and on other occasion about 8 or 10 times in the year. Fourth, almsgiving. Fifth, Hajj Yatra, that is going to Mecca. These are the 5 tenets of Islam. Of these, Baba observed only almsgiving. His almsgiving was a princely scale, and he supported over 200 homeless beggars at Shirdi, distributed not merely vegetarian food but also meat for non-vegetarians, specially prepared as samaradhana from his handi by himself. He also distributed clothes to the poor periodically. In addition to regular donations to certain persons, he also gave liberally to dancers, athletes, acrobats and ramadasis, and all sorts of people that came to him for alms. His reputation as a liberal Maharaj was known very far from Shirdi and attracted people like Madras, Ramdasis and this man Tarbela Abdullah Jaan. This is the Samadhi of Abdullah Jaan in Korhale village. This is the coin bestowed by Sai Baba to Abdul Jaan. The source of the story is taken from the devotees' experiences of Sri Sai Baba by late Sri B.V. Narasimha Swamiji, and photo courtesy is Sri Jignesh C. Rajput from Surat. Jai Sai Ram. To know about more Sai Leelas, please subscribe to this channel, Sai Sarvantaryami. Om Sai Ram.